Violence and power are the central themes of Edward Bond's Lear. Lear considered violence as an integral part of the contemporary society. Uh, In fact, in the preface of this work, Lear, Edward Bond wrote that he stated that he wrote about violence as naturally as Jane Austen wrote on manners. Uh, Rather a funny remark. He wrote about violence as naturally as Jane Austen did on manners because he thought that violence was such an integral part of the modern day society. There are reasons for him to believe so, because he was any writer for that matter is a product of the age in which he was brought up. He saw quite a lot of violence in the second half of the 20th century. Before he wrote this work in 1971, he saw the Second World War. He came to know about the cruelties done in the Nazi concentration camps. He saw the Soviet Union's invasions on Hungary and later Czechoslovakia. He saw two political assassinations, those of Martin Luther King and John F. Kennedy, the American president. All this must have left a lasting impression on Bond, the playwright, and most of this violence, in fact, were done for the sake of power. The power, in fact, led to these kinds of violences, that is the reason why he depicted this much violence in his work, that too for power. King Lear shoots down the worker for slowing down the work of the wall, which could be the symbol of power. Bodis and Fontaine plucked the tongue out of Warrington's mouth again for power. Cordelia blinds Lear, fearing that Lear could be a threat to her power one day. So all these violences depicted on the stage in Lear happens to be for power. But power and violence, in fact, could not be separated from each other. In fact, one interesting aspect of this play, as was said by Anthony Masters, is this. When this play was revived in 1983, 12 years after it was originally first staged, Anthony Masters said he was rather horrified not to see the violences on the stage, but to see the violences as more relevant than some 12 years back. That means the contemporary society, the society in 1980 had gone even more violent than that of the 70s. So the play becomes even more relevant with each passing of decades, because the world becomes more and more violent. Okay.